This game, no. This game, there we go. Hey guys, so while we're waiting for the Frostborn update, I wanted to present, sorry about the printer, it's just gonna happen. I wanted to present an idea to you guys as far as, this is gonna be a Frostborn channel. I don't see myself ever leaving Frostborn. The worst case scenario is I would just cover updates, but that's like a week of content. So that's like, and they are doing videos, updates every month. So I'm going to do at least 25% Frostborn. And in reality, when you add the new free-to-play solo series that's going to be coming out, really it's probably going to be at least half, right? At least half of my content will always be Frostborn. Lately, I've been able to do a new game, Frostborn, new game, Frostborn, new game, Frostborn. I'll probably keep doing some of that. Actually, I'll probably keep doing that through January because I'm trying to learn all these different games. But I had some other thoughts that I wanted to run by you. One is, on December, action RPGs, I just can't do it. So, and then I put Rise of Kingdoms in there just to shout out to, I don't know if you guys have seen me in the commercials, but I get a lot of commercials from Rise of Kingdoms, and I am so deeply indebted to them. Or not indebted, they pay me, but they are paying for my kids' education. So I love you, Rise of Kingdoms, but that's not one of the games I'm going to cover. Rise of Kingdoms is not quite the style of game that we cover, right? Frostborn is intense. We've got PvP, we've got all kinds of difficult co-op challenges and single-player challenges, and it's a really beautiful game. Love Frostborn. I'm going to keep covering Frostborn. But I have been thinking, what are some other games? Like, as I went into December, I was like, this just doesn't feel like a fit. Honestly, in reality, I'm covering it as a new game, but all the extra episodes beyond that first episode is just me being like, is it going to take off? Because, yeah, if I'm getting tens of thousands of views from another game, I'll play it, I like all games, right? And so if I'm getting that many views, sure. But that's not likely to happen, right? I have to really enjoy a game. Really, people watch when you really enjoy a game. That's why people watch me play Frostborn. I enjoy this game. Okay, that being said, what are other games, as I think about it, what are other games that I could enjoy as much as Frostborn? And I thought of two games that I wanted to hear y'all's opinion on. One is Project DX. Hopefully you guys have heard of it. I have the trailer on the main channel just recently. Last week I posted it. It's not much. The trailer's not really, I don't even know if the trailer's worth watching. It's only a minute, so maybe it is, but it's just a dinosaur roaring. But the game Durango was something I covered on this channel a lot way back when, and I loved it. And I covered it a lot. And I could see myself getting really into that. I think I have a big enough following of Durango or of ex-Durango people that would follow me into that. And so I could see myself splitting, Project DX and Frostborn. So that's one option. Another option would be, well, first of all, I want to know y'all's comments on that, okay? Do y'all like Durango or you're like, yes, okay. That's perfect. They're both similar style games. They're both complicated games. They both have PvP. They're perfect. Cover both of those games. Are you like, yes? Or are you like, no, make more Frostborn content. I can't watch you in any other game except Frostborn because I'm such a diehard Frostborn fan that I only will watch you in Frostborn, even though those games are so similar. Okay, if you have a problem with Project DX, then you're definitely going to have a problem with my next suggestion because it's way different than Frostborn. Project DX is so similar to Frostborn. If you like Frostborn, the only reason you wouldn't like Project DX is because it would be too complicated of a game. But I can help you. If it's a complicated game, I can help you, right? I can teach you the way. I can show you the way. And that's what I did. That's what I loved about Durango, is I was able to explain really complicated stuff. Oh, I love that game. And I love Frostborn, but I really love that game. That game was complex and beautiful, and I really wish I had a gameplay channel back then because I think it would have done really well. I would have been really sad if when they quit. So maybe I'm glad I didn't have one. Anyway, so that's one. I'm pretty sure most people are going to be okay with that one because it's so similar to Frostborn. But put in your comments. Second game I'm thinking about, and I just released the trailer today on the main channel for this. It's called Once Human, and it is very different than this game. It's a first or third person shoot. Basically, you know, like it's like they call it third person. I just call it first person. I know it's not technically first person, but this is third person. You know, aerial view. It's not like that. It's a shooter, but it's a really cool concept. My fear with Once Human is that I'm just not going to be able to keep up, and that's often my fear with mini games. They just require so much playing to keep up with them, and I just don't have that time. And Once Human is like that, you know. It's a lot of fun, and I definitely am going to play. So, you know, with Life After, I don't know if y'all remember this. On this channel, I got pretty big into Life After. We played a lot, even on the gameplay channel. On Life After, I played a ton, and you guys helped me out. Y'all helped me out with quests, but then eventually I had to quit. It was just too hard to keep up. I could see that. That's what I'm thinking about doing with Once Human. I'm not going to commit. Unless Once Human becomes the #1 game in the world, like the next Fortnite, and I'm a big star in it, I don't want to quit my job, so that would suck. So I don't know. I'm not sure what I would do there. I'd figure it out. I'd figure out a way to make it work. But unless that happens, which is, I don't think it's going to do that well, then that means that, so there's just nothing on right now, or no PvP on, which is just one of the problems with Frostborn. This is why I don't want to cover Frostborn 100% of the time, right? I have to come up with all of the gameplay on my own, or the idea. I have to come up with new ideas if it's not a season. It's not that bad. I don't want to make it sound, but when you're trying to do an episode every day of Frostborn, it can get a little bit like, oh my gosh, like what am I going to come up with now? If I was just doing half of a month, that would be like 10 times easier, literally. Because it's half as much content, but a lot of it's already provided for me. So it's really like 10 times easier. I could do 3/4 Frostborn pretty easily, honestly. Anyways, but this game, no. This game, there we go. This game right here is Once Human. I think y'all I've definitely made some videos about it on the gameplay channel. I really like this game. It is just a fantastic survival game. And we could play together. I haven't done that since Life After. Even in Frostborn, we've never done that, right? In Life After was the last time that I had a guild or camp or whatever, and we had all the fans of this channel like would play with me. Man, those were good days. I didn't have as much of a life as I do now, and so I would have to be consciously giving up my, you know, some of my time with my kids, but I could do that for a couple months. That's not a big deal. So we'd have to see. But I really like Once Human. I think there's something really beautiful about that game. Dawnlands here. I don't know if no. Why is this so hard? There we go. The one over where my finger gets cut off. Beyond Kingsong, Dawnlands. It's a survival game. I don't know. The art looks intriguing and new. Catalyst Black, I just made a video on this all the way to over there, all the way to the other end. I just made a video on that the other day, and that game's amazing, but y'all didn't seem to like it. Like, no one watched that video, which I'm like, that's a cool game. No, whatever. Anyways, Torchlight, I'm not that interested. I'm not that interested, kind of like Undecember. I'm not that interested in action RPGs. So, and then there's so this is the trailer that we released for Project DX. Project DX is a phenomenal game, or at least Durango was. Y'all are gonna love it. Oh my gosh, I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Let me know in your comments. Do you know what I'm talking about when I say Project DX? I hope y'all do. I hope y'all have been following the bigger channel enough to know why that game's special and why it would be good to cover that. I actually have thought about going back to Modern Warships, not because like the game's fun, but it would be fun to have like 5 people, and I would get you guys to play with me and we dominate because it's very strategic oriented. The problem is you would have to be really committed to the game because it is pay to win. I already have like the best ship in the game because, you know, they sponsored me to do that video, so I wouldn't have a problem. And honestly, it'd be kind of fun. I don't know. I need gamer friends. All my real friends, they don't have time for games. So they're taking care of the kids. If they have time, they're either spending it with, they're doing a side gig. Basically, I play games as a side gig. They're doing real estate or something, you know, like we're all becoming old men. And so that's not quite working out. I'm not doing Fortnite. Oh, Dusk of Dragons. I forgot about this game. Y'all actually really, that game got a lot of traction. I guess, you know, honestly, I don't know why I stopped covering it. Really, it felt a little too single player-ish. That's why I like Frostborn, right? It's not a Last Day on Earth. Dusk of Dragons felt a little too single player-ish. And Durango was very multiplayer-ish, kind of like Frostborn is. It's a little bit more multiplayer oriented. So, Time Raiders, I go watch that video just for my sake, guys. Like, I know the one on this channel was not a sponsored video. Please go watch the other one. I can't tell you enough. I can cover Frostborn all day, but at the end of the day, I make you a Frostborn video, and I get like $1 or $2 for it, which is fine. I like playing the game, and there's other opportunities. But a sponsorship, the same game that I'm getting paid $1, the same video, same amount of time it takes, I'll get $1,000. You know, like insane. It's just hard to. It's at least 100 times more. Really, that's what it is. So some of you might be like, well, I don't want to watch your sponsored games, Forza. And I'm like, that's fine. Don't watch them. Thanks for watching the channel. I'm glad you're watching this video because I'm kind of unloading while we're waiting for the update. I'm kind of unloading what my thoughts are as far as what to do with the channel. I do want to cover games that I love, right? And so Frostborn's one of them. Durango would definitely be one of them. Project DX. And then Once Human. I think I'd love it, but I don't know how long I'd love it. That's the problem with it. But I would love to cover it for like maybe 2 months of like really going at it and then burning out. And then being like, sorry guys, I can't handle this anymore, and giving the guild over to someone else and y'all just keep running with it. I don't know. But that'd be fun. So yeah, and then we got Dusk of Dragons, which I don't mind covering it, but the whole reason if I really wanted to cover a single player game like this, I would have covered Last Day on Earth. I had a big following. I went down to Frostborn in amount of views, and I don't regret it, but it was, if I wanted to just go for views, you have to balance it, right? You don't want to just go, like if only 2 people watched me play Frostborn, I would just go play Frostborn by myself, okay? The fact that I have thousands of people watch me play Frostborn makes it worth playing Frostborn. I can go play my other games, you know, with no one watching me and have a blast. So I'm trying to look for other games that I enjoy, that you guys will want to enjoy watching me play. But I also don't just play games that people want to watch me play, like Last Day on Earth, because it just gets too boring. You have to trade off. So, and I just want Frostborn to do better. Really want Frostborn to do better. But anyway, so all I have to say, I want to know your comments. Right now I'm thinking, obviously Frostborn, Project DX is like right up there, number 2. I'm definitely going to cover it. I want to know y'all's opinion. Will y'all play it with me? Are y'all excited about? Are you like, no, I hate dinosaurs? Or you like, no, I'm in. That sounds great. It's similar to Frostborn. Or maybe you're like, yes, finally something besides Frostborn to be a main game on this channel. Please put that in the comments. And then Once Human, are you like, dude, Forza, I'm in with you, but like, I like the top-down games. Like, the fact that you're playing a shooter is just too weird. I can't handle it. Let me know. I want to know that in your thoughts. And especially if I'm telling you, we would do Once Human the way we did Life After, where I get all of you guys to play with me. We build a clan, big, you know, world together and we play together and y'all got to play in a game with me. I can't guarantee it for long. I will burn out. I promise. It's a NetEase game. I can't last that long, but I could go a couple months. We'd have a blast and then we could tell stories about it later. You guys let me know. Put in the comments. I'm really curious about your opinion. All right, guys. See you next time.